Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Nath Hughes here. And we're doing a pick a card reading. And I just clicked start streaming because I needed to start. So I'm not really ready yet. But there's time I mean, the pile's already there. I do want to give a disclaimer before we get into today's reading. But, girl, hold on. I'm changing things around. Just give me a second. Let's all just be patient together. Oh my God, where is it? Speaking of patience. Okay, got it. Mind you, when you look up patient in the dictionary, you see my picture. Okay. All right. Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Nath Hughes here. In today's reading, we are looking into your next soulmate spell working. Like, what magic should you do to support your soulmate connection? So maybe you have somebody on your mind, or maybe you don't have someone on your mind. You don't know who your next soulmate is going to be. We are going to be tapping in and asking the guides to give us some insight and ideas on what kind of magic you could be practicing in order to support the manifestation of your soulmate relationship. And this is not going to be stereotypical in my mind, because I'm not going to talk about anything like doing like binding spells or like spells to control another person to get them to do something. So this reading is based off of the assumption that you're working with someone who is already your soulmate and is already actually just your person, because the intention behind it, hold on, I have to get on the floor. Oh my God, hold on. Okay, I had to get on the floor because it was just like awkward and I didn't like it with the current chair setup thing I got going. Okay, sorry. All right, focus. Brain focus. Give me a second. This is a disclaimer. You really have to hear it. Okay, the assumption is that this person is your soulmate. So it's not necessarily going to be, oh, the spell work you should do is spell work to make him do what you say, right? We're not doing that. That's not the kind of magic that I like to do, for a couple different reasons. One of the reasons is that you can end up in a Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber situation where you do magic to get someone just to get the end result, the relationship, but that person doesn't like you, that person doesn't love you, and so you have the guy and you have the ring and you have the relationship, but he literally treats you like shit. You have the guy, you have the relationship, but he treats you terribly in public. Think about Hailey and Justin Bieber. Think about how she reached an amazing milestone in her career, and he commented in his post congratulating her, saying that he told her she would never be able to achieve that, right? So we don't really want to play games ever with another human being's free will. That's just what I believe. That's just how I practice. So we are basing our assumptions off of we're basing our magic off of the assumption that you're dealing with someone who is your soulmate. We have to have a disclaimer at the beginning of this video because this is not really for everyone. This is not for women that do not have a strong intuition. This is not for women who do not already have a strong relationship with their ancestors and their spirit guides and whoever it is that they, practice with. This reading is not going to be for you if you are doing any old spell that you find on Pinterest. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's levels to stuff. And I think nothing that we're going to talk about in any of the readings is going to be negative, like doing harm to someone. But if there's a lot of reasons why, but the main reason is that if you were to do magic on someone who is not actually your person, then it just becomes like a fucking pimp my ride situation. You know what I mean? And you've just supported and helped this man who doesn't even really belong to you. So he gets to go off and be great, and you get nothing, right? I think a lot of us can think of memories and times where we have given men so much of our resources and it has helped them and it has supported them, and then we're not in a relationship together and it's just like, well, you're so fucking welcome, So that's why I'm saying that this reading is really for women who are connected to their intuition and their ancestors. Now, if you have no specific person in mind and you're just like, I want to connect with the energy of my future husband, then it's probably going to be a little bit easier for you. But especially if you're dealing with a specific person, I think that you really have to be psychically connected. So in this reading, I'm not going to be answering should you or should you not be doing this, right? I'm giving you the reading based on the assumption that you know who you are. You have a strong intuition and connection with your own spirit team. You can make your own decisions. You are a grown woman who makes choices and decisions and stands by them, right? I'm talking to you from that perspective. You have to do your own homework beforehand, and you want to be clear about who this person is to you and what you want in a relationship with them, because your energy is valuable and your energy is sacred. And even though your energy is a renewable resource, right? You can exhaust yourself and then you have a good night's sleep and then you wake up feeling refreshed. Even though you can do things to replace your energy or to restore your energy, it still is kind of limited in the way that a rechargeable battery is limited. So if you're going to do spell work on something, that means you are voluntarily giving your energy to something, to feed something, to grow something, to expand something, to nurture something. You do not want to be giving your energy around all willy-nilly, because your energy is valuable. Your energy isn't just the thing that you're using to create this relationship. Your energy is also the thing that you're using to create your own safety, your own security, the life that you are living, right? So you have to be really mindful with your energy, okay? Because just straight up, honestly, instead of doing magic on some guy that you're not going to be with long term or that you don't really take seriously, you could have been doing magic on yourself instead. You could have been shifting your own energy instead. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that everyone is on the same page, that you're all practicing responsibly. And I'm going to do a lot more videos talking about magic and stuff like that more in the future. So if doing soulmate spell work isn't the magic for you, then that's okay. There will be more content for you in the future. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, with that being said, there's 3 piles for you to choose from. The timestamps will be in the description box down below. They're just not yet because this is a live video. And for those of you that are tuning live, thank you guys for liking the video. And if you're commenting, I will only see your comments when I'm done with each pile. I have all of the I have everything on my screen covered, so I can't see how many people are watching or what the comments are, except when I'm transitioning between piles so that I don't get distracted by anything. And with that being said, hi Brianna, how are you doing, my love? Let's move into pile number 1. Okay. Hello, pile number 1. How are you guys doing? I need 1 second because I have to record the timestamp. Okay. Hi, Bookies. So, in today's video, we're talking about magic and what kind of magic you could be practicing in order to support your like soulmate relationship and connection. I already talked about all of the disclaimers at the very beginning of the video. Well, not the very beginning, but just go and rewatch, skip to like minute 2 or something, so that you can get the full gist of the disclaimer. Okay. Number 1, this is for people who are already confident in their practice and people who are confident in their intuition. Unless you're not watching this for a specific person, and then it's a little bit less serious. You know what I mean? Okay. No, it's not. It's serious, but it's a little bit. Just go watch the beginning of the fucking video and then you'll get it. Okay. So, pile number 1. What? Connecting with the energy of pile number 1. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, talk to me. What kind of magic? What kind of spell work would support this relationship and connection? The 9 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, and the Emperor. This is so good. Okay. So, first of all, this is spell work on him, okay? I'm gonna do a video on spell work on you. I figured that some of these, it would be connected, but this one is just spell work on him, okay? This person, this is, at the beginning, I said, be very mindful of the person that you're doing this for, because if they're not really your person, then you're just it's not bad or wrong to be helping and supporting your fellow man, but I imagine this is not the kind of work that you would want to do for your situationship that you're not going to be talking to 6 months from now. You know what I mean? Especially because your energy with the Emperor energy, we get a father energy. We have the 6 of Cups, which is, it represents inner child. It represents childhood. And then we have the 9 of Cups, which is fulfillment. I feel like the spell work, the energy work that you want to do on your person has to do with his sacral chakra and his root chakra, his feelings of safety and security, and also his relationship with pleasure and responsibility, which I feel would be connected to like root chakra stuff, right? Now, I'm not going to be saying how I would do any of this, which is kind of why in the disclaimer, it's like you have your own practice. This is just messages I'm receiving, and you as the viewer will take it and run with it. So I would do spell work for him and his relationship with masculinity. Spell work for him and his relationship with his own masculinity. And Aries is associated with the Emperor card. So you might do something working with Mars or working with the color of red. You might even, if you were working with like an astrological energy or a frequency, you might work with the planet of Mars. This person feels okay, what I'm getting is that your person sometimes struggles to take action towards certain things that he wants in life because of being afraid of failing. So your person, you might consider them to be avoidant. Because this person, I'm getting they kind of run away within themselves. Like they retreat within themselves. So I would do some spell work surrounding masculinity and like self-confidence, like the 3 lower chakras: solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, and the root. And the thing about magic is, this is something that's coming through. The thing about your magical practice is that it's a ritualistic thing. It's a habitual thing, which kind of goes back to what we talked about at the beginning of the video in the disclaimer. Because this is something that I could see you working for a little bit. And not in a bad way. It just, it becomes very like Virgo, like 6th house energy. It's habitual, it's ritualistic, it's something that you do consistently. Shifting energy and supporting him to heal his relationship with masculinity. It's something that you would do a couple of times. And I feel that you will know in your own intuition. And again, because like, because you know this with magic, right? It's not like you do one spell, you light one candle one time, and then everything is fixed forever, you know? It's interesting that I would say this in pile number 1, but not, I didn't put that in the disclaimer because I wasn't really thinking about that. I feel like you, pile number 1, and this man are going to be together for a really long period of time. Like a really long period of time, because the emperor is the father. The emperor, I feel a very strong like husband energy from this. I feel that the spell work that you are doing for this man today, I feel you're going to be doing that tomorrow, next week, next year, the year after that. Not for the same thing. But just in general. Okay. I'm going to say something, which apparently it has a name. I don't know. It's something that I saw in meditation, but apparently it's a thing. I just don't know where the thing comes from or what the thing is called. But I was sitting in meditation and I saw myself in this person. And in this vision, I saw myself, I was like energy was coming from my heart into this person's heart, and it was like expanding. And there was energy coming from this person's root chakra. And it was going into my root chakra. And it was like this download of oh my God, I'm sorry. It's I've been realizing lately I have parts of me that get like kind of cringy around like romance or emotional openness, which is like crazy because I thought that I had like healed from all of that, but I just like, oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. Focus. The message, the vision was like a woman's love multiplying the things that a man has in his life, his physical things, his physical possessions, things going so much better in his job. And in this energetic exchange, this man who's sense of safety and security and groundedness in the world is so stable and only getting stronger, he is pouring that energy back into her. And it's making her feel more safe and secure and like protected in the world. And that energy is what I'm getting here, pile number 1. Where I feel that you're going to support and take care of this man. My phone just went off. I don't know if you heard that. I feel that you're going to support and take care of and help this man. And this man's going to really take care of you. Like in a really, really deep way. In a way that makes me cringe a little bit. Like, I feel like this man is going to really protect you and make you feel safe. And that's the thing. That's what I was trying to say at the beginning, or when I was doing the disclaimer, or whatever. The idea and concept of this entire reading is that when you're giving to this man and you're helping this man, you are also giving to yourself and helping yourself. Wait a second. Did that sound narcissistic? You have to comment down below if you understand what I'm saying. I'm not saying you're giving to this man with the altruistic, is that right? With the ulterior motive. Yeah. I'm not saying that you're giving to this man with the ulterior motive that you will get something in return. I'm saying the understanding that inspired this reading is that if this is your person and the two of you are either together or either going to be together, then automatically, as a normal and natural consequence, him being better will be better for you. And you being better will be better for him. And so on and so forth. Do you understand? So there's a certain figure 8 energy. There's a certain coupling energy. There's a certain like two people coming together as one energy that's going on here. That's at play here, which is why the disclaimer is so important. They have been telling me to do this reading for like a week at least. They have been telling me to do this reading, but I don't, because I've been resisting. Because this is potentially really dangerous. So you really have to be very mindful and very confident in yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Because terrible things, terrible things can go wrong. I feel like your spiritual mother, don't take unnecessary journeys. Okay, pile number 1. So give me some red emojis. Give me some red emojis in the comments section if you're claiming this. And yeah, it was not supposed to be a super long reading. I kind of feel like I just told you it right at the beginning, but then other messages were coming through. I don't know. I feel like it was good. You guys have to comment down below. Tell me if you thought that it was good. Tell me if you thought that it was helpful. I know that I said that I wasn't going to tell you how to do it, so I didn't. But I did kind of give a lot of information and different tidbits and things like that. But when it comes down to the herbs that you're going to use and what it is that you're going to do and how often you're going to do it, like that needs to come from you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to pile number 2. Okay. Hi, my loves. For those of you that chose pile number 2, we're tapping into your next soulmate spell work. Mind you, I'm supposed to record the timestamp And I almost lost it, but I didn't. Okay, so there's disclaimers at the beginning of the video. There's disclaimers in fucking pile 1. This reading is for people who are deeply connected to their intuition, who already have an established magical practice. I want you to be so strong in your conviction about whoever it is that you're asking about before you even consider anything that I'm about to say, okay? Assuming that you check off all of the boxes, you are so sure of yourself, so confident in your own energy. I was going to say a third thing, but it's fine. Let's get into it. Okay, pile number 2. Tapping into the energy of pile number 2. Calling on their angels, their ancestors, and their spirit guides. Ace of Swords. Something for communication. Something for this person's throat chakra. Ace of Swords. Communication. 10 of Swords and happiness. Ooh, bitch. Oh my God. That is so crazy. In my head, I just heard reversal. Because we have the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Swords, and the Sun. And then I was thinking like Jericho. I was thinking maybe a Jericho situation of something that was dead and now we're bringing it back to life. But then when I looked at it, I thought Jericho, but then I thought the energy is reverting, and then I thought reversal. So now I'm telling you reversal, which basically, if you don't know, a reversal spell is when you take energy that was sent to you and you send it back to the person that sent it. Reverse, like in Uno. Exactly like in Uno. So immediately my mind is like, oh my God, this is so juicy. I feel that you should do a reversal spell. They're saying because you deal with a lot of jealousy. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay. Mind you, I have to tell my business now because you need to know this for the reading. Okay. So okay. Pause. I'm going to tell my story, but let me finish the thought before I tell you my story. Here's my story. No, wait. Fuck. Okay. I'm remembering. I know what just listen. So, you and your person are both very beautiful, handsome people. You're attractive people. And you experience jealousy. In a collective reading that I did, where I was talking about people doing negative energy, spell work, blah, 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 and how people are doing spells on each other all the time. They just don't call it a spell, right? But they're setting intention. The example that comes to mind for me, the best example of this, is that song by Bryson Tiller, ? And he says, Lord, please save her for me. Do this one favor for me. That's a spell. I am praying that she is single. Now, the way my business gets brought up is because I have had a certain history of talking about a certain connection on my social media whole time whole time, my biggest enemies are also on social media. Mind you, when I'm posting about shit, I'm not thinking, oh, my enemies are going to hear this because they're obsessed with me. I don't typically think in that way. However, what I started to realize and what I started to receive was that there were people Bryson Tillering me. Mind you. Mind you. What I mean to say is, for a variety of reasons, sometimes people don't want to see you in a relationship. You and your person, pile number 2, are people that a lot of other people don't want to see in a relationship. Mind you, this is really some Bonnie and Clyde shit. I'm just kidding. But it really is. But it really is giving On the Run. It really is, and that's kind of hot. You know what? Because here's what's happening. Here's what I'm seeing. This 10 of Swords card is giving me betrayal. The Ace of Swords is giving me epiphany, aha moment. It's a conversation. It's a beginning. The Sun card is giving me happy, adorable baby. It's the happiest card in the deck. What is the 10 of Swords? I feel like you have had some swords stabbed in your back, okay? Deliberately, accidentally, on purposefully, whateverly, you have had some stabbings in the back of people who did not want to see the two of you together. So you want to do a reversal spell to cleanse your energy, cleanse the energy of the connection, and also to, send the shit back to the people who sent it. Mind you, you want to do a reversal spell for a couple of reasons. Mind you, didn't Mother say that she was not going to explain to you guys what to do at the beginning of this fucking video? I'm sorry. One thing about a teacher, she's going to teach. One thing about a teacher, she's going to teach, okay? I'm going to do the best that I can. Mind you, I really want to help the girls. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm going to tell you everything I can tell you without telling you everything I know. Okay? Okay, got it. I'm on a strict, what is that called? What's that called? Why was I going to say DNR? That stands for do not resuscitate. What is that? What is that called? Please, somebody comment and tell me what that's called. Non-disclosure. It is an NDA. What did I say? Do not resuscitate. Okay. Sorry. Focus. Okay. Yes, because I have shit to do. Focus, because I have to be out of the house. Okay. So, you do the reversal for a couple of reasons. One of the reasons why you want to do a reversal is because after you do the reversal spell, the energy that was impacting you is going to impact the person who sent it. So, you do a reversal spell, and then your friend gets into a car accident. I'm so sorry, that's not funny. Why are you laughing? Stop laughing. It's not funny. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing because it's an inappropriate time to laugh. Stop, please. Okay. You do the spell. And then something happens and you learn and you gain insight into where the shit was coming from. Okay? So you want to do a reversal spell over your connection, and you want to do like a protection spell. Okay? Specifically, I heard fiery wall of protection, but maybe for you and your culture, it's just protection spell. Okay? Yeah. You want to do that for sure. Because you're just enviable people. And they're like, you also want to just do they're like a protection reversal spell just on your person, because he experiences a lot of jealousy around him in his life, and it negatively impacts his self-esteem. It negatively impacts his self-confidence, and he doesn't really know that. He doesn't really see that. He's not really putting two and two together. I'm getting your guy is somebody who's very sensitive. So he can like pick up on the thoughts and feelings of other people. So he's taking on a lot of energy. And people's jealousy towards him, or people could make just little rude comments to him. I feel like he's in an environment where people are very passive aggressive, okay? And you'll know, right? And in this environment where people are passive aggressive, they like say things or they do things, or they could even be really good at being passive aggressive. So much so that he's kind of left like asking himself, like, was that weird, or am I tripping? Like, that was a weird thing to say. So basically, yeah, you should do something for him for just protection in general of like the vibes and his mind. 'Cause it's almost like he's surrounded by people who want him to doubt himself. And because sometimes, oh my God, I hate this. But like, can we really just talk about it like as divas? Like, as divas. Woman to woman, girl to girl. Like, as divas. Something that I have observed is that men do go through like weird petty shit in the same way that women do. And it's like, I don't know if it's like just like a stereotype, because people are like, guys don't have feelings, guys just hang out with each other and everything is so I'm sorry, I don't know where that voice came from. You know, people talk about men like, oh, they're so easy, they never have drama, they just exist. Da 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 da. Boy is so easy to be boy, whatever, right? But I'm telling you, from what I have observed with my own two eyes, there is some petty, jealous, competitive shit that goes on between men. And I feel like your person has people around him, whether it's friends, whether it's coworkers. I feel like your person has people around him that feel really threatened by him. And it's kind of like people perceive him to be a threat. And I feel like he's picking up on their energy, but it's getting like it gets twisted. And he internalizes it. Like there's something wrong with him, or he is not good enough. What's my example? My example is me. Every time I have been like bullied or something like that, now I can look back on things and I can see that girls were jealous. I can look back on things and I can see why I was treated certain ways. But back in the day when I was getting bullied, they were just bullying me. So I already didn't like myself. I already didn't love myself. I already thought that I was ugly. I was already rejecting myself. I was already having a terrible time. And now you come to knock me down even further? Mind you, I'm already in the pits of hell. I didn't need that. And I sometimes just wish, like, of course I wish for world peace. And I wish that people would never get bullied. And people would never be bullies, right? But aside from that wish, if that was impossible, but other wishes could come true, I would wish that people would have come up to me and said, I'm jealous of you because you're so beautiful and you're so intelligent, and that's why I'm picking on you. I wish that they would have done that. Do you know, like, you could have built me up before you knocked me down. And why weren't my middle school bullies love bombing me first? Like, anyway, the point that I'm making is that your person would probably be able to relate to that, strongly in his own way, where he has already had his own stuff around insecurity and just feelings of inadequacy. And then other people on top of that, seeing the greatness within him and not really acknowledging it fully. Kind of one of those experiences where people want to see you do good, but they don't want to see you do better than them. And the people around him know that he could do a lot better than them. And so there's this undercover bad vibe between people, and it's messy. This is messy as hell. Oh my God. If you know what is going on, you have to put it in the comment section. Okay, Diva? Just tell me in the comment section what is going on, because sometimes I receive messages and I'm like, y'all, that was crazy. And you guys have to give me the confirmation. You have to spill the tea for me, okay? This is a community. You have to let me know how much of that resonates. But that's what I'm getting, okay? Reversal energy, protection energy, and yeah. And also for communication. But what I'm seeing is that when you do this, things are going to pick up for the two of you very quickly, and you're going to experience a lot of happiness very quickly, because the energy between the two of you is really harmonious. The energy between the two of you is really clear even. It's almost like two people talking on the phone, and you just are driving through a tunnel. And so that communication gets a little bit fucked up because there's something intercepting the signal. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you do the reversal and you do the protection, then things will get even more clear. And if you can do the reversal like with his physical body, that would be even better. Like have him physically present, and and if you don't know, then let it go. What else? No, this is really crazy because I'm getting like a headache in my crown. Like, this is really fucking insane. This is really fucking insane. You need to do Jesus Christ. This is like really crazy. If you're a person, okay, maybe this will not resonate for every single person, but if your person suffers from like headaches and like migraines and shit like that, brother, I know why. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. But that's all that I got, pal number 2. If it resonates, give me some blue emojis in the comments section, okay? and spill the tea because I want to know. And I kind of need to take a break. Hi, butterfly. How are you, my love? And confirmation. Okay, confirmation that what I was saying, it resonated with you. Confirmation that like, yes. Confirmation about your person. Tell me, please. You're giving me that confirmation. Also, where am I? I need something. I'm feeling hungry. I kind of want to go and get a snack. I'm going to go get a little snack. I think I'm going to go. I think I like need some carrots or something. You know what I mean? Like, I just need a little snack. My tummy is rumbling. I'm going to go get a snack. Yes, confirmation that his friends be hating. And he thinks it's cute. LOL, nah, that shit is dangerous. It is dangerous. I'm telling you. 110 fucking percent. Okay. Oh my God. When you do the spell, you randomly tune in, crazy. Mind you, when you do the spell and whatever the fallout is, you have to come back and tell me, okay? You have to come back and tell me because I want to know. I like to see the consequences of people's actions playing out, okay? So I want to know. I want to know. Because oh my God, he's going to be feeling significantly better. Like, oh my God. I had a reading and it said a fallout would happen. I believe you. I absolutely believe you. That's crazy AF. He's on the phone with that friend right now. Okay, that's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I need the sound of New York from Flavor of Love, where she's like, "Do you know you have 30 minutes?" Okay. I need to go eat carrots. Am I gonna eat something and then come back? She says, I hate that dude. I have been right about everyone that has been a fake. Okay, personally, I think that, and he hates it, LOL, I imagine. I think I like to, I very much am just a sit back and let a man make the choices that he makes kind of person. Which is funny because I am doing a reading on what kind of spell work you should do on him. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I'm not saying how I feel about you. I'm saying how I feel about me, myself. Because, of course, maybe just as intuitive women, you can look at a man. Oh, you know what? I am going to tell a story. Okay. Oh, fuck. I'm not supposed to talk about this person, but I'm gonna. Just because it's incredibly relevant. I'm not supposed to talk about this person. But I couldn't tell you a different example. So anyway, there was this guy who I really liked him years ago when I was in college, right? So he has friends, and I could just tell that his friend group hated him. And the way that I could tell that his friend group hated him was because in a group picture they were in, everybody in the friend group was dressed nicely, like their outfits, you know, as put together as straight men can be. I appreciate straight men's fashion. And it's so funny. I'm sorry. Stop. I'm sorry. His outfit was very bad. And in that moment, I knew that his friends fucking hated him. Because anybody who would let you go outside in that outfit and they know how to dress, it would have been different if the entire friend group, nobody knew how to dress. Nobody knew how to put an outfit together. Blind leading the blind. In this case, they knew how to put an outfit together. And they let you walk out like that. And that's how I knew they were not fucking with him. So I see things like that, but is that something that you say out loud to a man? Oof. I don't know. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I could. That's just oof. I don't know if I would do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying what anybody else should or should not do. I'm just saying, personally, I wouldn't touch that. I would not. Okay. I come from a long line of Santeria priestesses. I was born spooky like that, LMAO. Exactly, right? When you know, you know. And it's very obvious. It's really obvious. Okay. I'm not leaving to get food. Oh, but I'm hungry. Okay, no. Because let's just do it. Let's just do pile number 3 and then we're done. Let's just do pile number 3 and then we're done. Okay? Okay. Perfect. Hi, pile number 3. We are looking into what spell work you should do to support this person that you're in a connection with and strengthen your relationship. Okay? There's so many disclaimers all throughout the video. Just watch the whole thing, Diva. I'm just kidding. But definitely go back and watch the beginning before pile number 1 because there are disclaimers. This is not for everybody, okay? Okay. Now, with that being said, did we already do Paris? Let's do Paris because I don't remember. All right. I gotta get my cards and let's tap into this energy. Tapping into the energy of pile number 3. What spell work? Oh my goodness. I want an Auntie Annie's pretzel. What spell work? Oh my god. I want a pretzel from the fucking mall so bad right now. We have the Ace of Cups. What spell work should pile number 3 do? Ace of Cups, 2 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords. Okay. So, plain and simple, pile number 3, you should do a spell on him for mental clarity. Mind you, this is why in the description box I said you want to do this on somebody that is your person, on somebody that is your soulmate. This is not a spell of telling him he needs to think these thoughts. This is spell work to help him experience mental clarity. If you do spell work to help him experience mental clarity and you're not his person, he's going to have an epiphany that you're not his person, and that's not going to bring the two of you together. If the two of you are together in that way and you do a spell work for mental clarity, then he's going to have realizations and epiphanies. Oh my God, this is my person. I want to be with her. That's what I see taking place. That's why I said you've got to make sure this is your person. Not only is he going to experience more mental clarity, but he is also going to experience more confidence. You should do a working for him, helping him to become more confident and helping him to become more mentally clear. I feel like he has some insecurities and he can kind of think himself into a corner sometimes. He can like think himself into a place where he feels like there's no way out. And sometimes you can feel like there's like stagnancy in your connection because he's in his head so much and thinking about worst case scenarios. And yeah, I feel like this person can be afraid that like you're going to cheat on him, or afraid of a third party, afraid of not being good enough. Like there's serious concerns over a third party. So you also, this is interesting. I would do a candle for your relationship. Okay, and this is where intention is everything when you're doing magic, right? So you could do a candle for a couple to strengthen the connection, but that's different than doing a spell with the intention of forcing someone to be someplace that they don't want to be, right? So I would do a spell. I would probably use like a pink candle. You know what I'm saying? You know, things like that. I would do a spell probably with a pink candle. If I was going to use certain herbs, I might use herbs like rose. I might use herbs like patchouli. I might use herbs like a catnip as well. I would not do hard hitting, strong. I would do light, fun hearted, because we have the Ace of Cups here. I would keep it light. I would keep it fun hearted, light hearted. And I would tap into and I would manifest the energy of play. I would infuse the energy of play into the connection, and I would do spell work with the intention of strengthening the bond between the two of you. Because he feels insecurity in this connection, because he feels insecurity with you, afraid that you're going to be with someone else, afraid that there will be someone else. Okay, so this is someone who literally could have been cheated on in the past, or this is just somebody who has insecurities within himself. He's afraid that you're going to find someone better. So I would do some sort of spell work to deepen your connection and deepen your intimacy. I would do spell work to deepen your connection and to deepen your intimacy and to bring and infuse a feeling of safety and security in your connection. And I would do mental clarity for sure. So that he can see things clearly. And they're also showing me like crown chakra, third eye chakra stuff. I would do something there so that it helps him feel connected to his own higher self, connected to himself on a soul level. So then the vision of the two of you can become even more clear. That's what I would do. That's the spell work that I would do. And they're like, it wouldn't be, there's an emphasis on this to focus on strengthening the connection that is already there. Almost like a remembering spell. A remembering. Yeah. But not remembering like Mariah Carey, Don't Forget About Us. Like a remembering, like a refreshing, like like what do they have in the theater? A reprise. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like you're just gonna have to pick up what I'm putting down. Okay? You want to take what is already there and you want to strengthen it. Almost like, because you and this person, you have a connection. You and this person have a connection, like a connection that spans through past lifetimes. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have this really beautiful soulmate bond. And so if I was you, I would set the intention of connecting with and deepening the soulmate bond that already exists for the two of you. Okay? Yeah. That's what I got. That's what I got. Oh, and also, they're saying direct communication is also spell work. So you could also just tell this person that you only want them and you only want to be with them. Yeah. And then, I should have put this as a part of the disclaimer, but you'll understand this if you are the experienced practitioners that I specifically told you to be. When you're doing this work, it can manifest and things can go about in a million different ways. I did a working on my soulmate connection, and after that, as the energy was moving and blockages were dissolving, I experienced so much anger and being upset towards him. And for a couple of days, I wanted to rip the head off of his body. And then the energy shifted and cleared and things were really, really good. But the point that I'm making is that you set your intention, you don't really know what's going to come up or how that process is going to unfold. There could be certain things from his past regarding the cheating, the infidelity, the third parties, the not feeling good enough, that will be triggered that need to be looked at. And there could be certain things from your past that will be triggered and need to be looked at. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we practice magic wisely. We have our own connection. We have our own relationship with our spirit guides. We have our own intuition. Sometimes, I've seen it, you have a man who doesn't want to change and isn't doing the work to become a better man, and it doesn't necessarily work out in the way that you want it to. So there are certain understandings about who your person is and where he is on his journey and his willingness to change that are gonna impact this. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's one of the reasons why for yours they kind of put an emphasis on the light, keeping things lighthearted. Because your person is, they're going to really have to be supported throughout their journey. And they'll attract the right resources and different things like that. It's just, will the journey there be smooth or not? These are things that only your intuition can tell you. You know what I'm saying? So practice wisely and responsibly. And yeah, I hope you get amazing results. When you do, you have to come back and tell me. Give me like some yellow emojis in the comment section if this resonated with you. And also if you want to tell me your story, I would love to hear it. Okay. And with that being said, I'm done. I love you. And I'll talk to you in the next video.